That's them all.
They are ready here. 6 runners set and racing. 6 furlongs ahead of them. Moore, the favourite in the royal blue jacket, got away to a decent enough start. But the grey filly, Don't Worry About a Thing, is the one that takes them through the first furlong, with the grey cap of You Sexy Thing racing in second. Moore taking a little bit of a grip. And William Buick alongside there, the pink colours of Fan Jove in the hands of Hector Crouch. On the wide outside on the left is Vlad in the stripes, settled well. And looking on at the rear is Start Me Up and George Wood in the black cap. The grey cap, You Sexy Thing, black cap, Start Me Up of the 2 Richard Spencer 2-year-olds. They're already down towards the halfway point of the contest. Don't Worry About a Thing now has been headed by You Sexy Thing. Moore is following through on the outside though, and seemingly going very, very well. In fact, William Buick is keeping a tight rein on him. Vlad on the far side is running on quite well as they race on down the hill towards the dip. Moore now has taken over as they come towards the final furlong. Vlad on the far side is trying to go with him, but Moore has gears to spare here, and racing up the other side of the hill, he's bounding clear to win, looking pretty smart. This could be a good one. Moore goes on to win easily. Vlad in second, and then Start Me Up just deprived his stablemate You Sexy Thing of third.
Another 2-year-old winner for Charlie Appleby and William Buick, and a smart one, you would imagine. Justifies long odds-on favouritism, backed at odds-on as well, to go away and score by a wide margin. Wide margin, Newmarket.
Has sprung. Is the last one in. They are set now and racing. Just slightly slow to go, Fletcher's Flight, as they race over 5. Then the Sky Bet Acker Freeze handicap, this class 4 race with Merry Mac showing very good early pace, Reigning Prophet on the left in the red jacket. And between them, the red cap there, that's Fletcher's Flight. Near side coming there is Spring Is Sprung, who's probably just in front now, though. Jacquelina's right up there, too, racing in second, almost alongside the leader, in fact, as they move through the first half of the race. They're coming to the halfway stage. Reigning Prophet on the far side. Spring Is Sprung on the near side. Oisin Murphy. Merry Mac being driven. Fletcher's Flight. Travelling well behind them. Spirit of Applause. Sanat is trying to challenge on the left. Near side, Jacquelina under pressure. Spring Bloom in the yellow is finding it hard work to pick these up. And Zarzini is well held. Up the hill they come inside the final furlong here. Oisin Murphy and Spring Is Sprung in determined mood, and is not going to be denied today. Spring Is Sprung wins it from Merry Mac, with in third place Spirit of Applause, and Spring Bloom never landed a blow, stayed on for fourth.
Spring Is Sprung has won it for Paul Midgley and Oisin Murphy, and back down to a mark of 72. Pops his head in front. In second is Merry Mac. In third, I think, just Spirit of Applause.
Thanks very much indeed, Chris. Set. Blindfolds off and away they go. Lunario just darted left-handed there, slightly hampered Lord Rapscallion for this Class 4 Sky Bet Extra Places handicap over 7 furlongs, and there are 2 groups. On the far side, the Bitter Moose is up by a couple of lengths then to Kit Gabriel Waiting All Night, Mercury Day, with B. Frank tracking them in last place. The near side group there, that's Flag of St George and the White Bridle, who's leading that field by about a length and a half or so, then to Madama. Ash Wednesday is there as well. On the outside, the green cap of Lunario. Then comes the grey Lord Rapscallion, who's travelling well. Pink jacket behind them is Yasa, who's covered up by Paul Mulrennan. Izari, the fellow Scottish raider, behind him. And Lyndon B, the one that's last of that group. But down the middle of the racecourse, as they go past the 3 furlong marker, it's the Bitter Moose who's the overall leader. Racing by himself now. Kit Gabriel in the red jacket is trying to come with a run. B. Frank catches the eye on the left there, blue and red colours. On the near side, Flag of St George has been collared now by Lunario, who's just about in front as they race down the hill towards the final furlong. B. Frank has taken over on the far side from Mercury Day as they race inside the final 200 yards. B. Frank is up by a couple of lengths for Kieran Fallon. On the near side, trying to run on is Lunario as they race up towards the line. It's B. Frank's race. Lunario in second, Flag of St George and Yasa close for third and fourth, and then Mercury Day on the far side was next.
Down the foot of the weights, B. Frank for Kieran Fallon, and Ian Williams takes our third race of the afternoon. Really seems to like it at this track. 2/4 off higher marks down the weights, back to Newmarket on the back of a break, and he is home in front from Lunario in second. Flag of St.
6 runners And off and racing for the Sky Bet Builder Bet Handicap Class 3, 1 mile and 3/4. Sporting Silvermine, who's up in trip today. The orange and blue colours restrained early on the inside Campaign Trail. The big sheepskin noseband and Jim Crowley. Right up there as well is Liari, the two horses perhaps better known as hurdlers, first and second at the moment. Sporting Silvermine, blue cap, racing in third. On the inside is a sail, Artisan Dancer, and wider out to Roberto Escobar, who's ridden quietly today but moves up to dispute third place with the free-running Sporting Silvermine. They race in a straight line for half a mile or so before they turn in. And just keeping an eye on this favourite, Sporting Silvermine, who's not quite settled yet. And he's up in trip today, don't forget, so you'll need to just to relax a bit more. But anyway, Liari is in front. Kieran Schumart leading by just over a length then to Sporting Silvermine as they turn in. Racing on the inside is Campaign Trail. On the outside, Roberto Escobar. Between them is Artisan Dancer. William Buick already off to a good start here today. And looking on at the rear, a sail in the hands of Luke Morris. Travelling strongly as they appear as a silhouette of horses down the home straight here, but moving down now to the final mile or thereabouts. And out in front still, it's a Liari, but maybe just Sporting Silvermine's head could just be slightly in front now as they continue. Right on the inside then is Campaign Trail. On the outside, that's Roberto Escobar. Covered up still is Artisan Dancer, and still looking on is a sail. So the runners continuing over on the far side. They're approaching the last 5 furlongs of the contest. And Liari, with Michael Bell these days, having won 3 times over hurdles, is leading from in second. Sporting Silvermine and Hector Crouch will be entering unknown territory stamina-wise pretty soon. Liari pressing on a bit now. He's opened up a gap of about 3 lengths then as they race towards the final 3 furlongs. And he seems to have got them all on the stretch. Sporting Silvermine's been driven. Campaign Trail the same. Artisan Dancer. Roberto Escobar is hard at work. And a sail is also being driven. So Liari and Kieran Schumart, the ones to catch. He's just beginning to run around a little bit in front, but he's got clear daylight between him and the rest of them. They're gone past the final furlong and a half, down towards the final furlong, down the hill, and Liari may well have stolen this. Kieran Schumart clear by 4 lengths. Campaign Trail has gone into second, beaten Sporting Silvermine, did too much early, and Kieran Schumart deserves a bit of praise for this run, because Liari has stolen this and goes on to win by about 4 lengths for Michael Bell. For Neil and Alfie Smith, in second was Campaign Trail. The other hurdler in second, Sporting Silvermine, only got third.
Yep, Liari has won well on his first start for Michael Bell under Kieran Schumart, who kicked a good way out. And watching it, Martin, we're thinking it might be a bit too far out, but he's judged that well and nicked the 2 on the all-weather before that. Last one's going in. Here's Mike.
They're ready and racing. Racing away. Aurora Majesty just darted out to the right there. Got away quickly enough, but a little bit unbalanced as he left the stalls with his Sky Bet proud to support ROR handicap. This Class 2 £50,000 feature. Green Jacket Dark Cloud Rising is prominent as well. Markogian on the left and the sheepskin noseband. Tracking then is the pale blue jacket of 60G's Baby as they go through the first couple of furlongs. On the near side, the 2 American Style racing alone from the main group. American Style leading, good banter. In fact, they're beginning to tack across a little bit now and joining the main group down the centre. American Style and Josie Gordon out in front then from Dark Cloud Rising, Green Jacket in second. Aurora Majesty is being driven. Markogian is travelling strongly for Ray Dawson. Sheepskin Noseband, work to do for 60G's Baby. Columnist hasn't got into this yet. Bolognese is weakened right out of it. They're racing down the hill now towards the bottom of the dit, and there's 3 in with a chance here. Over on the far side of Markogian. On the near side, it's American Style, who's just running around a bit as they hit the rising ground. Dark Cloud Rising held back in third, but it's Markogian and Ray Dawson who are hitting the line quite strongly, beating American Style in second, followed by Dark Cloud Rising, and 60G's Baby took fourth.
Markogian has taken it for Andrew Balding and Ray Dawson off 8 stone 7 and a mark of 85. It is the light-weighted horses that have come to the fore. with bottom weight American Style in second, Dark Cloud Rising in third.
Peter Harris, Primo Lara makes up the line. 6 runners dispatched on their mile and a quarter journey for the Sky Bet for the fans handicap class 3. Mutawid got off to a good beginning. But over on the far side there, My Margie is racing quite apart in the hands of Will Buick in the red colours, and I reckon she's in front. Even from the head on, you can probably tell she's just ahead of Mutawid, who leads the other 4 runners, with Anderlecht racing in second. Yellow Jacket then is Bo Pedro, Primo Lara in the white bridle, and Lawsbridge Blue is last of that quintet. As they come round towards the side on camera, you'll see I got that completely wrong, and it's in fact Mutawid who's in front as they move down the Rowley Mile here. So he leads on the near side then, ahead of Anderlecht, who's getting some cover for Richard Kingscote. Yellow Jacket then of Bo Pedro, and then Primo Lara and Lawsbridge Blue. On the far side, well with them, is My Margie as the runners race on past the halfway point of the race. They're heading down now towards the last half mile of the contest. Mutawid, a well-backed favourite here, wearing blinkers today, is leading from Anderlecht, with over on the far side My Margie close up as well. Bo Pedro's angling for a run. Sean Levy, Yellow Jacket, Primo Lara next, and then behind them waiting is Oisin Murphy and Lawsbridge Blue. They're racing down now inside the final 3 furlongs, and My Margie seems to have run a race. They're all going past her. Mutawid is barely out of third gear here. He's in front. The others are all working busily away as they go past the bushes. Mutawid leading them down the hill here by about 2 or 3 from Anderlecht in second place. Bo Pedro challenging for that position. He's just drifting right-handed, as he does tend to do occasionally, Mutawid, but he's in control of the race here as he races up the hill inside the final furlong. This son of Frankel is going to win this one very comfortably indeed. Mutawid all the way too good. Bo Pedro in second, beaten about 6 lengths though. And then back in third was Anderlecht, and then Lawsbridge Blue next.
Mutawid has turned the penultimate race, this 10 furlong handicap, into a procession. We've had a couple of wide margin winners this afternoon, but none quite as wide as that, I don't think. Second horse not in shot when he crosses the line.
Shot there in the Jabber Abdullah colours William Buick is wearing.
Racing Pacifist just left the stalls a little bit awkwardly. The Sky Bet Club Fillies Handicap is underway. Our closer of the day here, the 7th and final race at Newmarket in the sunshine down the Rowley Mile. And Pacifist going on under a tight rein from Neil Callan. She's the Duchess in the maroon colours close up. Over on the left there, the brown colours, that's Take a Breath, Tom Marcon, tracked then by Will Buick on Magna Grecia Star in the blue and white. Not going very quick here. Nana is in the middle in the red and black colours. Covered up on the far side then is Lady Manzor, races together there with Sari Selka. Riker is at the back on the near side quartet. So the 2 groups of 4 as they move down towards the final 5 furlongs here, approaching the halfway stage almost now, in fact, with Take a Breath leading on the far side. Near side then Pacifist together with Nana. Magna Grecia Star with every chance on the outside, now just being urged along. Coming here on the near side is She's the Duchess, moving quite strongly for Billy the Kid in the maroon colours as they go past the bushes, and they're approaching the last 2 furlongs in a wide open looking contest. Sari Selka takes the eye in the red stripes down the centre. Riker's coming there with a run as they move down the hill towards the dip here. On the far side, Lady Manzor is coming there together with Riker and Sari Selka. Then comes She's the Duchess, who's keeping on up the hill. It's Riker on the near side, who's just in front from Sari Selka, who's battling back bravely on the far side. Sari Selka and Riker, they come towards a line. Riker just from Sari Selka. Lady Manzor back in third, and then She's the Duchess took 4th.
Goes up to the judge, but it looked like Riker had her nose down at just the right time. She did. She beats into second spot Sari Selka on the far side.